My name is Nicholas Thayer. I'm a composer and interdisciplinary maker. So my work focuses on creating art ecosystems, art-based ecosystems that create a space for audience to experience new things. Disintegrate is a work about global warming. It's a real-time experience of global warming. It is an art ecosystem, and at the center of this art ecosystem is a big block of melting ice. And as the ice continues to melt throughout the experience, throughout the performance, it controls and affects and effectively disintegrates the other elements. In this iteration, we're exploring what that means for music, dance, and visual.
My name is Lily. I am a harp player and I am a collaborator on Disintegrate. So my role as a musician in this project, it's that there is this block of ice melting in the middle and a bunch of electronics gathering data from there, translating it into visuals and sounds, etc. But I guess that what I'm bringing in there, it's the human interaction with it.
So as the ice melts, it affects all of the other elements of this art ecosystem. So what that means practically is the big block of ice is suspended above a drips tray. All of the drips, all of the meltwater as the ice melts collects into a beaker, which is sitting on a pressure sensor. This information from the pressure sensor is then used to control elements of the performance. And so there's musical material, movement material, visual material. So what this means for Disintegrate as a performance is that as the ice melts, each drip of meltwater disintegrates this musical material, disintegrates this movement material and the visual material, bringing more and more chaos.
So my role as a musician in this project, it's really to give a musical voice to the actual block of ice melting in the middle. And I can do that in many different ways. I can try to make the harp sound like the block of ice. There are some sounds I can do on the harp that can imitate water, dripping, for example. Also, it might, when the ice melts, it might crack or these kinds of sounds, and then I can, for example, take a guitar plectrum and run it over the bass strings of the harp to make a really screechy sound.
Disintegrate is a work that can be experienced anywhere, in a forest, on a glacier, in an art gallery, in a small concert setting, or in a 1,000-person theatre. What we will find, of course, is that the more we try and acclimatize each of those settings to be comfortable for us, the humans, the more that will affect the rate at which the ice melts. If we have 10 people gathered around in a forest experiencing this work, then the ice will melt a lot slower than if there's 1,000 people with 1,000 bodies of heat, 1,000 people breathing out in an auditorium that is also climate controlled.
I think it's super important to have art that talks about the things that we experience in our lives. And we experience global warming all the time, every day. But to give it a space in an artistic context, you kind of also make a space for people to reflect on it and put their imagination in it, to imagine what it would be like actually if all of the ice in the world melts. And yeah, we try to create that space.
So then the idea behind Disintegrate became to let a big block of melting ice, which is of course our touchstone, our most poignant visual reference about global warming, is to let a big block of melting ice dictate the emotional experience of an audience.